Hi guys, welcome to Little Shed Workshop. In the last two episodes we built the base, walls and roof frames for the new workshop. We built the frames ahead of time with the intention of getting the whole thing thrown up quickly so as to minimise the chance of the OSB flooring getting rained on. So after building the frames it was just a case of waiting for 3 or 4 days of clear weather. In this video I'll cover how we insulated the base, laid the floor and put the walls and roof frames up. For the flooring I'm using 18mm OSB 3. Now I ordered 2397mm by 1197mm, but my supplier sent me 2440mm by 1220mm. I solved this by moving the noggins to line up with the 1220 side and then cut the boards down to 1197. So we started off by cutting up these, I'm going to call them insulation support brackets, and we needed 96 of them. So I made myself a little jig. It's just a little spacer jig. It's 50mm because the insulation is 50mm thick, so it just helps me to line up the insulation support brackets. So there's 4 of these in each space, and they're just going to give the insulation something to sit on. This step is pretty straightforward. It's just a case of measuring up and cutting the insulation boards and then slotting them in the gaps. Oh, look at that! Perfect first time. They didn't all go in like that. Most of these needed a bit of trimming or a bit of hammering to persuade them into the gap, so yeah. I'm not sure how well it's going to perform, whether I'm going to feel any benefit from it or not, but my thought behind this was that once the walls are up I won't get the chance to insulate the floor ever again, or at least I'm not aware of a way that can be done without taking the floor up and ruining it. So yeah, I just thought if I want to insulate the floor, this is my one chance to do it, so I'm going to do it now. Putting the vapor barrier on. Again, I'm not sure just how much benefit I'm going to feel from this, if any. I don't want it to be like fully insulated garden room building. It's just a shed workshop, but I want it to be just a bit better than your normal shed workshop. So I'm just going that extra mile just to make it that little bit better. So hopefully I will feel some benefit to all this work. So once the vapour sheet is down, we start bringing across the OSB flooring. Like I said, I had to cut these down because they were too long. The supplier fetched me 2440s instead of the 2397s that I ordered, so yeah, just needed cutting down to length. Didn't take too long, and I just did that simply by propping up the end on a couple of pieces of wood so that I didn't cut into the base or the vapour barrier with the circular saw. So I'm just marking out where the joists are on the OSB sheet so I can draw a line, and when I drive the screws in I make sure that I'm hitting the joists. There's going to be a screw along each edge, along the bottom, one in the middle and one along the top edge, and there should be 5 joists underneath each sheet, so that means 15 screws in each board. So once the walls are down, we finally get around to putting the walls up. And for this, I'm just going to pre-drill a hole in between each stud and drive a 100mm screw through into the base. So where the frames meet, I will be pre-drilling and driving 5 screws to join them together. I was really surprised how quick and easy the whole thing went together. Having the frames and the roof sections pre-made really made the whole thing go pretty fast. So you can see in this clip here where the front wall is higher than the other 3 walls. Obviously that's to give my roof a bit of a slope. Putting these roof sections on was a little bit of a struggle. I thought if I built them in 3 sections they would be easy to handle, and the plan was for me to be able to do this on my own, but yeah, they were a lot heavier than I thought they were going to be, but it wasn't too bad. So to hold the roof down, I am driving screws through the top of the wall and into the roof joists. I'm also going to be using what they call a hurricane strap, I think in the States, although we don't have many hurricanes here. So I just used 4 along the front and 4 along the back. So basically there was 1 in each corner and 1 on the joint between each roof section.